If you've used your town pass and got smoted, you can ask Snake about the items you'll need. As you help him throughout his questline, he'll tell you more about them. As stated, this is entirely optional dialogue, and it's merely exposition, if anything. If you've dungeon delved to floor 10, you'll notice a gate barring your progress. This will unlock the ability to ask Snake about it. However, if you dungeon delve later rather than sooner in Snake's questline, you'll already have the item necessary. You've also undoubtedly noticed a blueprint schematic in the cultist shrine. You have a few things you can build right now using it, but this will become more important soon. On the topic of quests, the next part of the necklace quest unlocks after you speak with Kokol. Learn what you can and report back to Miss Charm. You could also buy steel armor, the damask sword, and a steel sword with gem should the need arise. Yet you've probably already unlocked crafting these items in the tech tree. Speaking of such, since you'll need one of these and some jewelry in the near future, time to prepare. Craft your jeweler's table and make some jewelry details in a single set of complete jewelry. Also make a single damask sword with gem if you didn't buy one from Kokol. One way or another, you'll need all of these things. Report back to Miss Charm and tell her what Kokol told you. She'll thank you and then ask if you can get perfume from the innkeeper's wife, Miss Chain. Miss Chain will be happy to give you some if you deliver a basket of food to her sister, Clotho, and obtain 12 frogs. Give her these and you'll get a free bottle of perfume. Once you give Miss Charm her perfume, she'll ask you for a romantic story. This means a gold quality story. You can now ask her about marketing if you've gotten the merchant's questline far enough, and she'll agree if you give her some jewelry. You must give her this jewelry to progress the game. Once done, she'll agree to promote you. Progressing the merchant's questline for this dialogue option occurs only after you've sold 7 crates of vegetables and talked with him about the business. Doing that for him will allow you to ask about how dinner went and about the final stage of his plan. It's here he wants you to get Miss Charm's support for the royal court. Giving the thus so far narcissistic and self-entitled Charm her undeserving golden story will have her asking you for yet another favor. She wants you to talk to the farmer about his daughter Alyssa. Charm wants Alyssa to accompany her to a royal concert. If you talk to the farmer about this, he'll say he doesn't approve and will tell you no. However, his son will come up and tell you that if you fix the mill for his uncle, you'll gain the support you need from his father. Fixing the mill requires some easily obtainable parts, but it also requires some calculations. This will undoubtedly lead you back to the astrologer to ask him about these calculations. He'll give them to you only when you reach 60 dispositions, so more on that later. However, don't forget to give him the acid and restoration tools you've obtained from Snake. Once he has both, he'll tell you the last 3 items you need to fix the portal to go home. This also unlocks his next set of quests. He realizes by reading the diary that he may have a daughter from his former lover, Esmeralda. He wants you to find from the gypsy all you can about this. He believes he knows where to find the necklace and the golden angle, 2 of the remainder of the 3 items you'll need, but isn't in the mood to talk to you about it until you have done this little favor for him. You can at least ask him now about the Necronomicon, and he says he has the book, or at least he had it, but gave it to his friend here at the lighthouse. You discover you can obtain the book quite easily from the lighthouse keeper just by giving him 5 maggots. Speaking with the gypsy about Esmeralda will task you with speaking to the Inquisitor about releasing one of the gypsy's friends, being held as a witch. If you've done at least the quest lines up to this point with the Inquisitor, you'll have the disposition necessary to get the woman released. Also, if you've obtained all 3 pieces of dark evidence that the Inquisitor has asked for, his disposition will raise to 90. He says he'll give them to the king and root out more witches. This is actually entirely optional. Making your way back to the gypsy, he'll now tell you that Esmeralda is dead, but her daughter is in fact still very much alive. This is none other than Miss Charm. Once more, make your way back to the astrologer and tell him the news. He'll want you to talk to Miss Charm for him to find out what she might think of him. He will promise to tell you where to get the golden angle and necklace should you do this final task for him. But at least now with the Necronomicon in hand, you can talk with Snake and give it to him. He says in order to perform his next ritual, he'll need the cultist shrine properly prepared. You're tasked with getting the cult rating up to 20. This now unlocks all required structures from the blueprint stand. The items required are not hard to obtain, and in no time you'll have this finished. You're also probably nearly finished with the entire tech tree. Don't forget to unlock cultists so that you can make perfect bodies for the graveyard and stone prayer stations for the remainder of graveyard options.